start every shift the same way. I make sure I wipe down my workstation, keyboard, mouse, items that are frequently touched that I know I'll be handling throughout the shift. Get everything all nice and clean. I also look around, make sure I have everything I need on the desk so I can just jump right in and start working. Quick log into the computer so I can keep track of what I'm doing, and I'm ready to go. The first couple items I grabbed today had channels that I needed to flush. Do that with a syringe and some sterile water. Just push the water through the channel, make sure the fluid comes out clear on the other end, and then we go over to the air hose and we blow the air through it just to make sure everything is clean. This is a great example of why we flush things out and then blow air through them. There was some crud still inside the channel of this instrument. Also a good reason as to why we keep our desks so clean. So now I'm going to check the rest of these items that need to be flushed out and see what they look like. And then I'm going to wipe down this whole table again because this is contaminated and needs to go back into Decon. So now I just repeat the same process with all the other channeled items. Flush the water through, blow the air, inspect the results. That other item was fine, but because they were all sitting here on the desk together, I'm just going to go rewash them all and make sure everything's flushed properly. I'm going to re-clean this, get rid of this syringe because it was used on a dirty instrument, and start over. And the wipes that we use is pretty much standard for all hospitals. We call them purple wipes because they come in the purple container. So it's just a germicidal wipe. I do a clean with 1 or 2 wipes. I'll just pull a bunch out. I'll do a clean, flip the towel over, do another clean, and then I'll grab a fully clean one and do a final wipe. All right, let's go back into Decon and clean those instruments. I would normally not wear my jacket back here just because it gets hot, but I'm only going to be back here for a couple minutes doing a few things, so I don't have an opportunity to get overheated. Let's leave it on. All right, let's go clean some stuff. So these are the Decon sinks. It's a 3-sink system. Typically, when you get your instruments down here, you start off with your first sink, which is just basically your pre-clean. You rinse everything, you get whatever chunks of crud might be on there, you rinse everything off in your first sink. Your second sink will be your enzymatic, your actual cleaning sink, where you let things soak for the required time and you really scrub things really well. That's the cleaning sink, your really deep cleaning sink. And then the third sink would be your final rinse sink, where you spray all the enzymatic off, make sure everything's sprayed and clean, It's usually with like a deionized or reverse osmosis water for the final rinse, and then it all goes into the mechanical washer. So because these have already been washed, and I'm just re-cleaning them, I'm just going to do one sink here. I'm going to make sure I let them soak for a good amount of time in the enzymatic, and then I'll run through the mechanical washer again when I'm done. While this is going, let me get a brush and a syringe. I'll be right back. So it's an automatic dosing of the enzymatic detergent in here. It's about 10 gallons in the sink, and it's set to automatically dose for that amount of water. This also has a temperature sensor on it, so we know the water is the right temperature. It's about 100 and almost 110 degree water. So you want your water between a certain temperature range, depending on the brand of detergent you're using. So for this brand, that's the right temperature. So what I'm going to do to start off with, I'm just going to suck up some of the enzymatic in a syringe. I'm going to flush it through the channels here a couple times. Make sure I get the detergent into the channel. On each item. I'm just going to let that sit in there for a couple minutes. I'm going to manipulate the tips. Make sure you manipulate the tips. So I'm going to go ahead and do that underwater. Making sure I still have the enzymatic through that channel. So I'm just going to manipulate the tips. Let that sit in there for a couple minutes and just soak. And then I'll brush through the channel, and then I'll clean the outside and go for a final rinse. So it's important to make sure the brush comes out the other end is clean. And you want to do that a couple times, 2-3 times each channel. Get that through there. Pull it out. I've got the high pressure water here. I'm going to flush that through the channel. Now I'm going to take my brush. I'm going to brush all the exterior of the item. Again, working the tip and making sure I'm brushing all around when it's open and closed. And then give a final clean water flush. And rinse. much it in Decon for this. I'm gonna go put that into one of the washers, let it run through a cycle there. I'll get it on the clean side, inspect it, and take care of it over there. Let's get these checked. Make sure we did a good job cleaning them. I'm not sure which of these two was the one that was actually dirty, so I'm gonna check both of them. Clean as a whistle. Ready to package them up. I'm gonna cut the video off here. Sometimes we get things on the clean side that aren't so clean, and we need to just send them back and wash them all over again. It's not a big deal as long as we handle it properly. Make sure we clean our workstations up, wash our hands, make sure everything is done properly, clean it again, and we're good to go. Hope you found that interesting. Thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next one.